Welcome to Selling Coaching. I am Jeff St Laurent, and this is the Tuesday live show. I'm excited about today's topic because it's all about see opportunity, and it's making you aware of the opportunity that's out there. And right now, no matter where you are in the world, no matter what you're doing, there's two trains of thought. And there's the, oh my God, it's so hard and I can't get any traction. And then there's, oh my God, there's so much opportunity out there. So who's right? Who's wrong? Well, let's discuss that today. So before we get going, I do record all of my live shows. I put them on my website, sellingcoaching.com, in the university. So check that out. I help coaches transition to a full-time business. And so I've got a lot of fantastic resources there in my university. And if you want a place to start, right on the homepage at sellingcoaching.com, you can enter your name and email address, and that will give you an automatic, it will set you up automatically to one of my great resources, and it's launching your full-time coaching business, the first 3 vital steps. So go ahead and check that out. That's also going to put you in my email community, keep up to date on a lot of great things that I'm doing. One of the great things that I'm doing is actually today, today is April 14th if you're watching this live, but I'm launching a 14-day GoPro challenge, and it's all about the fundamental mechanics to help you get your message out there and get you paid. And it's developing your message, creating an offering. It's actually doing a live event, teaching you how to follow up. And it's the process I'm teaching, which I've done for the past, 15 plus years in my business, and what I've been teaching to my mentor coaching clients as they go along. It's helping you become comfortable speaking your message online, but of course it's applicable ultimately to anywhere and how you do it and how you market. So it's a great, repeatable, duplicatable process of how to actually get clients in that, taking them through a process. And so, with that being said, if you want to check that out, go to GoProChallenge.com. We're actually launching today. So I'm actually going to keep the cart open for the next few hours after this live show. If any of you want to jump in last minute, because you haven't missed anything yet as of today. So there's a couple hours left. I'm exclusively opening it up for people that are, watching the show and are thinking like, oh, I want to do this. So just go to GoProChallenge.com. There should be a link somewhere in this description of this as well if you want to check that out. And if not this time around, definitely check it out when I offer it again. But if you're ready to jump in, now's the time to do it. With that being said, one of the things I want to talk about today, or the thing I want to talk about today, is a simple fact that there's so much opportunity out there. And this piggybacks off of what I'm doing with my 14-day GoPro challenge. And with all of the turbulence in the world right now with this virus that's going on, it has people kind of rethinking what they're doing. And I see a lot of coaches who I've been talking with who are kind of rethinking it in the sense of like, wow, you know what, I've really got to get my business going. Then some of them are kind of like, oh my God, this is so hard. I don't know what to do. Or I feel like I can't do anything because, everyone's out of work, or no one's, they feel like they need to offer their services for free and things like that. And what I've been experiencing personally with what I've been doing is like, as you know, if you've been following me, and even if you watched one of my shows in the past weeks, is, having done this before since 2004 through a whole bunch of stuff, like I'm operating business as usual. And business as usual meaning I'm not slowing down. In fact, I'm speeding up. And I want to teach you something today, and this is just my perspective on it. And this is just my perspective after doing it. I'm going in my 16th year. And when it comes to opportunity, and it doesn't matter. This doesn't mean now, like what my message today isn't, oh, today there's great opportunity more than ever before, right? Yes, that's the truth, but it's no different than any other time. There's always opportunity, and you're always going to see stuff in the headlines, whether it's a virus, whether it's the economy, whether it's a natural disaster, whether it's you fill in the blank with anything. And then there's your own headlines in your world. You wake up and, your back fence is blown over from the strong winds yesterday. Yes, that's my fence, or something a lot more severe, like your car broke down, or then you go to the doctor and health issue, or, your partner says, or your spouse says, I want a divorce, or your kid comes home and they're saying, I'm dropping out of college. Maybe that's not such a bad thing. But the point is whatever the headline is of the day, it doesn't matter. this is what I want to teach you. It doesn't matter, and it doesn't affect the opportunity that's available to you out in the real world. It does not affect it. The only way it affects it is the way you perceive it and the way you view it. That's the only way. And I'm not going to say things can't be more challenging as you're going through those headlines in your personal world or in the external world. That's a fact that they most likely will be more challenging. However, it does not change the opportunity that's out there. And so where I'm going to get into in a second now is how to seize that opportunity. But first, I want you to recognize that it's not just like, oh, today, and because all the people now, they're saying, oh, there's no better time to be online and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, that doesn't matter today just because of what's going on. We could have said this a year ago or 10 years ago, maybe not 20 years ago, online anyways, right? But there's no better opportunity to get your message out to the world than today. And today is tomorrow and the next day once it comes. That's it. And so here's the thing. With that philosophy, this is the philosophy I want you to start living your business by, or treating your business with, is so now how do we seize that opportunity? And aside of getting uber specific on, the first steps and things like that, I want to quite simply say, and keep this message really simple today, is how do we seize that opportunity is, well, we've got to get our message out to the world. Oh, but Jeff, that's what you always say, or that's what people always say. Yes, that's it, right? So how you're going to get it to the world, well, let's come up with a plan for that. Let's come up with a daily plan for that. That's why one of the things like what I've been doing with my 14-day GoPro challenge is there's a daily plan for 14 days of teaching you how to get your message out to the world and what to do and how to promote it and get in front of people. But, you can go through that. Absolutely. Or you can just start your own plan, and it's just like, how do we do that? It's like, well, after you're done watching this live video, or if you're watching the recording of this, go do your own live. Right? It doesn't matter where you are or what time of day it is. If you're watching this at 3 a.m, if the recorded version of this, your time because you can't sleep. I've been there the last few nights or sometimes this week. Like I'm staying up later than I should be, and I'm just watching things online, etc. But if you happen to be listening to podcasts sometimes, right? But if you're listening to the recording of this and it's 3 a.m. your time, so what? Get online. To do a live video. You know what? Wash your face, do your hair real quick. You don't have to be all perfect. You know what I'm saying? I guess the whole point of me saying this is do something about it. Get yourself in front of people and speak your message and see what comes of it and allow it to evolve. And let's put a little more consistency around it. So create a schedule around it. So yeah, you're not going to do it every day. Could you? It's possible, but also that's not realistic. That's like joining a gym and saying, I'm going to go every day. Or now that you're home, I'm going to go work out in my basement every day when you haven't worked out maybe a day in your life, or you've been very inconsistent at best. Okay, why are you going to pretend that you're going to just all of a sudden go from, a poor 50-cent habit to $1 million habit overnight? You're not going to. That's the reality of it. Prove me wrong. The point is to say, can I do something once a week? Okay. And then the next thing is on what day can I do it? Okay. And then at what time on that day can I do it? Right. That's a start, right? So if that's too much to start, you go, okay, once a week. All right. From Monday to Sunday, when's my once a week? Just do it. Can you do it once? Go, do a broadcast. Absolutely. And then narrow it down to a day, and then narrow it down to a time. And the reason I want to get it down to the day and the time is just like my Tuesday live show at 12:05 Eastern every Tuesday. It's the consistency, and it's part of my schedule. I don't block off anything as I'm going into it, as I'm going into my week. If I'm booking a client or I'm booking a dentist appointment, or I'm doing, anything else in my business or out of my business, that's in my schedule. And it stays in my schedule, and therefore I do it every week. It just becomes a part of it. And for those of you out there that get into that habit, that's how you seize the opportunity. Because here's the thing is, you can't seize it all at once. You can't seize it today and then not do anything next week. You've got to seize it 1 week at a time, and you've got to seize it repeatedly over time. And that's when the results start to accumulate. They don't accumulate by you doing it very inconsistently. And this information is not new. Some of it might be a new frame of it or a new perspective on it, which might help reinforce something that you have known before. The only difference is what you're going to do as a result of it. And the reason I'm saying, how do you seize this, and then giving you kind of some specific actions in terms of, okay, if you're going to do a live broadcast and then do it once a week and then getting it to, a day and then ultimately a time on that day, and then do that forever. Like, do that forever. That's it. And you don't have to worry about 52 weeks from now or what you're going to be saying, 10 weeks from now or years from now. All you've got to do is when that day and time comes, or at least, the day before, right? Or the hour of, you've got to figure out, what am I going to talk about on that show? What am I going to talk about there? Or if you're doing the same thing with your email, which is something that you need to do as well, once a week, pick a day. You don't have to pick a time on a day, but pick a day. Okay, what am I going to write about today? I've been doing consistent emails for the past, not 16 years, because I didn't start off in my first year, but by the end of my first year, I started doing consistent emails. So we'll call it 15 years, of at least 1 to 3 emails a week, every week for the past 15 years. Have I missed a week? I don't think so. I can't remember a time. Let's just say I have, because I'm human, right? But the point is I've been way more consistent than inconsistent. And the point of that is that that's how your results accumulate. One of my mentor coaching clients did a video or they asked me a question, and I said, hey, you're doing a great job. And I said, just keep this up. Things will start to change for you. I'm like, just keep doing it every week for many years, and we'll start to see those results. And I painted a very realistic picture for them. I wasn't sugarcoating. It's like, oh yeah, you're going to get clients, in the next couple of weeks. Now, it doesn't mean that they're going to have to wait a couple of years to get clients. They're going to get clients, and you're going to get business. And you're starting to do some of these basic things that I'm teaching you right now. You're going to get business. The difference is, what you have to start to recognize is, you're not going to get consistent business right away. You'll get business. You'll get a client. And then there might be another month or two before you get another client. And then you'll get 2 or 3 clients. And there might be another month or two before you get another client. All right. So you're going to do business, but it's going to be like this. That's the nature of it. And sometimes you might be like this, but the point is that it takes a while to start really building the, it starts to take a while to start really building that consistency of income, because you're going to get more and more people into your audience. And as you get more and more people into your audience, you're going to have more consistency, because you're going to be in front of them, and you're going to have more people where the timing's right that kind of like pop in, as well as the people that also tend to show up who are ready to go. But you need to have that consistency over time. And that's my message for you today is that the opportunities out there, and I don't want it to feel like it's exclusively now because of anything that's going on. It's every single day that you get your message out there. You're taking the moment to seize the opportunity, and that's what I want for you. So before we head off, like I said in the beginning, if you want to learn how to do this and you want to come up with a day-by-day plan, like I said, I've got my 14-day GoPro challenge that actually is launching today. Today is actually day 1, but I'm opening up the cart for the next 2 hours for people who are like, just want to jump in and saying, you know what, I want to do it. You haven't missed anything yet. After a couple hours, the cart's going to be closed. And once you move on to day 2, you can't do it till another time. But if you want to jump into the 14-day challenge as of right now, go to GoProChallenge.com. You can learn more details. And if you want to register, that's going to get you all set up in the back end. You'll join the private Facebook group, and you can jump right in there. And guess what? You can actually do your first live video, because that's what the day 1 assignment is get into our group and do a welcome video, for the group. We're closing in on 40 people. I think we're 2 away. So maybe the next 2 people who jump in will make us over 40 people. So we've got a really cool group going through this. So if you want to be a part of that, like I said, go to GoProChallenge.com. The link is also somewhere in this, in the description for this as well. Hopefully I'll see you over there. But other than that, do something. Whether you're going to do that or not, that's okay. But other than that, do something. Get your message out there and start to seize the opportunity today, tomorrow, and every day after that. I'll see you all next week.